Hello interwebs, this video is mainly for my future self, in case I need to go back and reference how I did this. This is the larger photo folio for Miss Brandy. I would change a few things that I did on this particular one in future ones. This took about 7 pieces of heavyweight cardstock, which it really should have taken only 6 because in the back here I put 2 pieces together. Yeah, it made it sturdier, but it made it really hard to fold this right here, like really super hard, and it kind of messed the paper up a little bit on the inside. So I wouldn't do that. The front and back covers are 2 separate pieces of 8.5 by 11 held together by a strip of more cardstock to make the spine. That way it can accommodate the 8 by 10 photos. Excuse me. Okay, so this right here I would put on the back instead of the front. The reason mainly is because it made the top corner bend from the weight of all the paper and stuff, so I would definitely do that differently. I would probably still do the swing tab though, just to make sure the page stays down like it's supposed to when you're flipping through it or whatever. This right here is a 1/2 inch circle punch just made with the heavyweight cardstock. So the larger folio is supposed to have 4 8 by 10s, 4 5 by 7, 4 4 by 6, and then 8 wallet size, which is 2.5 by 3.5. So here would be a spot on top of this pocket for one of the 4 by 6s. Up here would be room for 2 5 by 7s. And then you open it. Here would be the first 8 by 10. Here could be a pocket for this tag right here. I probably wouldn't do a heart-shaped one again. After I made it and stuck it in here, it just doesn't really, fit right. The space and everything. I would do either, I don't know, I guess about the same size, but like a rectangle tag. But I would still put the photo corners so she can slip a business card in there. I would still stamp a thank you. But otherwise, this pocket would be good along with the tag. Like if she had a flyer or a pamphlet, upcoming deals, the customer's receipt, anything that she would like to put. Alright, so over here, I was originally going to try and float a 5 by 7 in the middle. I have a horrible time keeping things straight, so I got the photo corners messed up. They're crooked, so I just put this on top. I'll have to figure out a way to put something around the edge so I can hide the photo corners, because now it don't look right, but I'll get that fixed later. So this right here, I made to hold the wallets. I chose to use a ribbon as a hinge, which, I mean, that's okay for the most part. It's pretty and everything, and it's soft, because I have to keep in mind about not scratching the pictures. But in hindsight, I should have done magnets. Even if I didn't use the ribbon, which it does move around because of the ribbon. But when you turn the page, it tries to open. So yeah, in hindsight, I should use magnets. But I did a side pocket up top, so when it's open or closed, you don't have to worry about the photos falling out. And there's 4 in each. And then, alright, this page and this page would be 2 and 3 of the 8x10, 3 and 4 of the 5x7, and 2 and 3 of the 4x6. This right here had a 1/2 inch flap that I glued into the gusset of the spine, going this way, I do believe. Then these I glue down. Actually, I'm pretty sure I glued these down first, and with the flap going this way. I made them originally 1/2 inch, but it does stick out, or it did stick out on the back right here, so that's why I had to put this washi tape. So in hindsight, I would make it between 1/4 and 1/2, just to make sure it doesn't poke out like it did. This one over here, I did a 1/4 inch score for my flap going this way, so that it goes on top of this one's flap. And I did that because if they were both 1/2 inch, I wanted to make sure that the edge of this one's flap didn't interfere with the fold of this page, so it would be easily able to go back and forth. So alright, and back here would be the 4th 8x10. This would be the 4th 4x6. I also put a little journaling spot just in case the customer, client, whatever, wants to write down the occasion, the date, because most people aren't going to take all of the pictures out at one time, unless they have like a very large family. So this way they can still store them safely without them getting bent or scratched or whatever until they do actually need the rest of them. Also, in hindsight, I would use tissue paper in between the pages, especially for something like this where the two pictures would touch, in case it gets humid or hot or wet or anything like that. With all the work that myself and Miss Brandy put into this whole entire thing here, it was really suck to have one moment where they two got stuck together and two of the pictures got ruined. So yeah, I would put tissue paper in between all the pages. This one, if this extended out more, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But if there was a picture here, this part would be exposed and it could possibly stick to over here. And even right here, like I said, I should have put this flap in the back. So right here in the future would be an 8x10. It wouldn't have this flat page right here. So even though this doesn't have a picture on the top, it still does have the edges of the cardstock and whatnot. So just to help ensure the safety of the pictures, basically. And just to kind of keep it more professional looking. I don't really think, except for that one page I was talking about with the ribbon on it, I really don't think I would use magnets other than that. Like, I wouldn't use magnets for a closure per se. Mainly just because the magnets that I find are the best for paper crafting, I have to order. So, I don't want to be stuck needing magnets or whatever and have an order, that's going out, but I don't have the magnets to do the closure like I want. So, Anyway, that is pretty much it. If you learned something off of this, great, but the main reason behind making this video is really just for myself. So, sorry if I wasn't, video friendly per se, or more explanatory or whatever, but like I said, it's mainly for me as a reference video to this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and have a good night.